Hi, Bramari.
Hi.
How are you today?
Good. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you for asking. So I'm glad you're here today. My name is Beleskie Kenol. I'm a student from the University of St. Augustine. I'm studying occupational therapy.
Okay.
So today we're going to be building your occupational profile. So it's going to be an interview, a very casual interview. Think of it as just a conversation. I'm going to ask you some questions just to see what's going on with you, what are you struggling with, what are you good at, what things you would like to improve, and so forth. So these questions are going to be open-ended, so there's no wrong or right answer, and just feel free to share as much information as you're comfortable with, okay?
Okay, perfect.
All right, so the first thing I want to know is what brings you here today? What's going on?
So pretty much what brings me here today is that I have severe arthritis on both my hands. Usually my fingers are the worst part of it, and it's becoming very difficult to do certain things with my hands. So that's pretty much why I'm here.
Okay. Also, if you don't mind, I'm going to be jotting down some notes just from my memory, so I can remember later on. Okay, good. So you said that you have severe arthritis, and it's mostly in your fingers.
Mostly, yes.
Okay. I can see how that can be concerning.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's becoming difficult to do certain things and at work with the typing.
Okay.
Just reaching and grasping things is becoming difficult.
Okay.
Writing, it's painful sometimes, most of the time, so I would like to find a pain reliever if that's possible.
Okay.
And just improve on all these things so I can do better at work, perform better at work, and things like that.
Okay. So I know you mentioned some of the things you struggle with, such as grasping, writing, and you're talking about the pain. So the fingers are pretty painful.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, they can become pretty painful.
All right. So now that I know a few things that you're struggling with, some of your concerns, what are some things that you do well? Some things that you can teach someone else to do without any help?
So, I'm pretty much okay with dressing myself. I don't need any help with that. It's manageable. I'm good with my brushing my teeth, taking a shower. I don't need any help with that.
Okay.
And teach someone, I would like that I'm very good at to maybe teach somebody how to hit a ball in softball.
Oh, nice.
Even though it's not the same anymore when I try to play and things like that, but it's something that I am good at and I can teach.
Okay, very good. Okay. So it's good that you're able to do a lot of the self-care things by yourself. That's awesome. That's good. I also want to know, what are some things you like to do? Tell me about your interests. Do you do any activities? What do you like?
Interests. So I'm very big on working out, which lately has been a little iffy and difficult because it's very hard for me to grasp weights and just to do very intense heavy workouts, which I like to do. I like lifting weights. Also, I like to play recreational softball, but also have been having a hard time doing that. Yeah, it's one of my hobbies, but I haven't been able to do that lately. The pain is just too much to grasp anything. So.
Okay. So that's one thing you would like to be able to do. You want to be able to be comfortable in the gym with the weights.
Yes.
And then obviously playing your sport, right?
Of
playing
course,
softball.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, because
it's
hobbies are
important to me.
Yeah, I agree. Hobbies are super important, right? You want to be able to do things you enjoy. Okay. So that's something we can definitely work on. Also, tell me about some of your daily occupations. So just run me through what a typical day for you is like.
So a typical day, usually go to work.
Okay.
After work, I like to do some cooking for my husband and I. I do have 2 dogs that I have to make sure I feed, walk, and all that stuff. And then the gym was part of my routine, which is not really part of my routine anymore, but that's usually what I do. I get up, make breakfast, go to work, make dinner, socialize with my husband. On my free time, I like to socialize with my family and do cookouts and things like that. But cooking has been a little bit difficult for me. Grasping things, opening jars, and opening things to cook. So most of the time, I need assistance from somebody to do those things.
Okay, so you mentioned that you live with your husband and your 2 dogs. Is there anyone else in the home?
Nope, just me, my husband, and a dog mom.
Okay. I love dogs, but I don't have any.
Oh, you should definitely. Very, very.
I will, but I have to talk my husband into agreeing with that. He's a little bit tough on, but
it's like having two little kids all the time. They're awesome.
I'll convince him. Don't worry. We always get our way. That's how it goes. And you also mentioned that your husband helps you with cooking, right?
Yes. So I'm not really cooking as it is, but more of like the opening things that I can't grasp, and like I don't have the strength to do it with my.
So you can cook, but it's just opening certain items like jars and stuff, or
yes.
Okay, so opening items like jars. Okay, I can see what that's concerning because I'm sure you want to do it by yourself, right?
Yes, I want to be as independent as possible. I like to do things on my own. I've always been a very independent person, so this little pain that I'm having is kind of rough on me.
Right.
I like to get things done when I want to get them done and not have to ask for help.
Right. I see where you're coming from. So that's definitely important to just be able to do things on your own timing, to be comfortable with everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I learned a little bit about your daily routine and what you do at home. Does your husband have any expectations of you? I know you mentioned cooking. Does he have any other things he expects of you to do?
He's very laid back, just maybe cooking and feeding the dogs.
Feeding the dogs.
He's not very, he deals with the dogs more than anything, but not very fond of them, so, yeah.
Okay. So basically, tell me about some of the places you like to go. For example, tell me about your home. What's your environment in your home like? And also work or the grocery store, anywhere you like to go. What's that like for you?
So home is very good usually for things that are high that I know that are heavy and I can grasp. We try to keep them a little bit lower so I can reach them, and that's how I make my adjustments at home. At work it's a little bit harder to make adjustments. I have to write reports, there's nothing I could do about that. I've just kind of been swallowing the pain and trying to get through it as best as I can, because they do expect me to perform at work, and that's important to me as well.
Right, so pain management is definitely a challenge, right?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, so pain management, okay. So I know you mentioned that you like to hang out with your friends and also you like to spend some quality time with your husband. What are some things you enjoy doing socially with your friends and your husband that you might be struggling with right now?
Definitely those cookouts. The
cookouts are fun.
For Sundays to spend time with family, those cookouts, and I enjoy doing the cooking, so lately I haven't been the one to do the cooking because of the pain and just opening things and just having to ask for help constantly is a little bit harder.
Okay, so what would you say are your top priorities? Because I know there's a few things you mentioned. You mentioned a lot about the pain and cooking, right? And you mentioned about work. So I just want you to tell me what are some top things that, if I were to tell you we're going to start working on this today, right? What would be the top things you want to work on first?
Definitely my pain management. Definitely need to get the pain under control, because it keeps me from doing a lot of things. And then I would like to just improve on and find better ways on how I can adjust to my work environment. I have to type a lot and write a lot and see how I can improve with that without feeling the pain that I feel all throughout the day.
Okay.
And then definitely getting better on my grasp. My grasp is very important, especially when I want to cook or grab things or do certain things. So very important.
Okay, so you're talking about the pain. The pain was the first thing you mentioned. You want to work on the pain management.
Yes.
And then work and also grabbing things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I can see how all these things are a concern, and I'm glad you're here today because we're definitely going to work on these things. We're going to work on grabbing and pain management, like you said, the typing, right? So I got a lot of information about you today. I feel like you were very detailed. I appreciate that. You were like an open book, right? When I asked you these questions, that's great. So do you have any questions for me?
No questions.
Okay, no concerns or anything?
No, I'm just excited to get started and get going and progress.
Okay, I'm very excited for you. Very positive. We know that we're going to work on some things, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go back, look at my notes, and I'll start looking into formulating a program for you. The next time we meet, we'll get started.
Okay, perfect. I'm excited.
All right, nice meeting you.
Nice to